What's up, Raccoon? How y'all doing this morning? Hey, good morning. Good morning. Hey. Everything's okay now. Hey. Everything's okay now. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well and good energy, attracting the life you desire, because it's your birthright. Of course, we're coming through with another live for you guys. Make sure you take the message how it resonates in your life. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and don't forget, if you love the video, to run it up, okay? Make sure you share this video out, okay? If you are here, you're here for a reason, and we are so glad to have you.
That's right. Morning, tribe. Took off for some time, now we back again. I don't know, been going through a little seasonal type of thing, I guess. Nevertheless, we here. Want to say good morning and grand rising. So we're here to pull these messages. Let High Priestess start off, but I did jump out with a six of torches early morning, right? That was the first card I turned over, Six of Wands, and it's a good card. It's a card of high honors. So just keep pushing, keep pressing. You know, I feel like for me, Six of Wands at the top of the morning, it says a lot about, you know, like as far as energy, saying that energy, because me, honestly, I don't necessarily feel like Six of Wands, right? So, you know, Six of Torches, somebody's been held in high honors. That's good. That's a good way to start the morning. Continue to push forward, right?
All right, I don't know. You could be feeling out in the cold right now. We got the Five of Pentacles coming out for you. There could be someone feeling like, you know, I don't know if you feel like you're left behind. I don't know if you feel like, you know, you are not where you need to be this morning. I don't know if you're wanting a little bit more this morning. I don't know what it is, but there's someone with the Five of Pentacles here that feels like, you know, they are left out in the cold after some kind of situation. But with the King of Pentacles here, it lets me know that someone's just going through a lesson. You know, sometimes we have to go through things in order to be able to teach other people, right? We have to be able to gain experience so that we can have a testimony, right, when it's time to give, right? So something like that. I feel like there's someone here, and you know, things could be looking a little rocky, a little iffy, a little shaky, something like that. Okay, you could be feeling like you're left out in the cold, but you're not. Someone needs to know they're not in the cold. This could be a divine lesson. Okay, if you find yourself in the same situation over and over again, it's typically a reason. There's something there that we have not learned, and I feel like this could be the energy right here. You know, but with the King of Pentacles here, it lets me know that whatever this situation that you're going through is temporary. You know, this is one of those situations where you have to go through this in order to get to the next level, right? You know, it's levels to this is what I'm hearing, something like that. You know, it's levels. You know, me and my husband were talking, and you know, in order to be what the president, you have to be a certain age, right? You know, it's levels, right? You can't just go from well, you can. I'm not going to say you can't, but you know, there's levels to different things, right? You know, in order to graduate, you know, first you have to get your associates, right? Then you go and you get your bachelor's, then you go and you get your master's, right? Something like that, right? We can't just go from high school to a master's degree. And that could be frustrating for someone. Okay? Maybe you feel like your finances are not in order or something like that. You don't have enough finances, resources. Okay? But I feel like whatever it is, you have enough. We got the death card here. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Okay? So I feel like, yeah, with the death card coming here, you know, there's an end to something, but you have to go through this lesson. Like you can't get to the next level without understanding this chapter. Is what I'm picking up with this energy. Okay.
I got Judgment to the Ten of Pentacles to the Nine of Cups in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Judgment, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Nine of Cups in reverse. I know it. That's a hard one. Like, I mean, because it's like going through a situation where you don't really want to be in a situation, but the situation is judgment, right? And this judgment is being clarified by communication. So I'm talking to you. So if it don't apply to you, just go ahead and move around, right? Like, don't even leave the comment, right? I'm talking to somebody who is, the universe has decided this hardship that you enduring, this is what you earned. So it's connected to you in some type of way. It's probably building you, and you probably don't even get it yet, right? Like with the Five of Pentacles out here, somebody could be going through being homeless right now. And it could be a form of judgment. It could be according to, like, when we decide to ascend to a certain level, and you know, we walk away from jobs and we walk away from things, well, it comes a time when you get to a place where you be like, did I make the right decision, right? Because along with sometimes when you make moves in the spirit or you moving for God, it causes you to start losing things in other areas that don't feel so good, right? This Ten of Pentacles is being clarified by patience. It said, you're being reminded that persistence is what is necessary to attain your goals. You need to be patient and trust that the universe will help you through your challenges in divine timing. Success is guaranteed. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, it doesn't feel like it. Like, this is kind of like exhaustion in a sense. This is money being funny, you know, not really having enough money. Like, you feel like you need more money. You know, like I said, somebody definitely in this energy is homeless, right? In some form or fashion. It can be away from your family. It can be just as the nomadic, like, you know, it's a lot of off-gridders. So I'm picking up the off-gridders. I call them off-gridders, like people that live off-grid. I know it's tough. You know, we've been through it. I ain't gonna lie, I got so much growth when I went through that, right? And not only being homeless, I'm talking about different levels of being homeless, like having to isolate myself in order for me to grow. You know, degrees, what they say, 7 degrees of separation is real. Like, I had to be separated because I wouldn't have been able to elevate. I'm talking about building a stronger version of me, not what I may appear to be to you. It's about you, right? It ain't about me. This reading is about you, right? Because I told you, somebody you held in high honors in the midst of all of this, right? And then last but not least, Nine of Cups in reverse to the observation. I know it doesn't feel like this is what you signed up for, probably, in this energy, because this is wish fulfillment in reverse. So it's absolutely somebody going through something where you like, man, I ain't asked for this. I ain't had this in mind, you know. But observation, I'm going to read the footnote for somebody. You're being encouraged to look beyond deceiving appearances into the true reality of a situation or a person's motives. You need to hear what is really being said despite the words and emotions coming from the messenger. You need to hear what's really being said despite the words and emotions coming from the messenger. So that's saying, you know, I feel like Spirit is saying somebody, hear us out.
We got immature energy over here. Okay. We got the 4 cups out here to the Page of Cups in the reverse.
Quite immature.
Okay. Very immature energy.
Naive.
You know, I feel like there's someone, and, you know, when you think about your growth and where you want to be, you feel like you should be further. But what I feel like is going on here is that there is something that someone refuses to let go of. Someone holds on to some kind of, and it's emotions. These are cups, okay? I don't know if someone's drinking a lot lately. I'm seeing a lot of spilt cups here as well, something like that. There could be someone drinking a lot more than normal here, okay? Drinking like a fish, you know? You ever heard that saying? You drinking like a fish. That's what I'm hearing here. Okay? You could be needing to be careful with that. You know, we drink the alcohol, right? But really the alcohol drinks us is what the saying says, right? So pay attention to that. I feel like there's someone here. You could be holding on to immature ways of thinking, you know. There could be someone really in their feelings, in their emotions. And, you know, a lot of times when you're in your emotions and in your feelings, you're not really discerning things properly. Okay? You have to step outside of your own emotions and feelings to properly discern situations. And with this energy here, someone's not able to find peace in their mind, because how can you when you hold on to these kind of thoughts, these kind of feelings? Okay? There could be someone feeling really salty about, you know, how someone made them feel in a situation. And, you know, maybe someone doesn't understand that to forgive is to be forgiven, is what I'm hearing, you know? There could be someone holding a grudge here, some kind of anger towards a situation or a person. And we got courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Okay? So I don't know. I feel like there's someone, and you know that you might not be giving your best at the moment, right? Maybe you're feeling some kind of way. We all go through things where our feelings are involved and we feel some kind of way. But I feel like there's a person, in order to truly move forward, it's like, you know, something needs to be let go here. Okay? Right? I don't know. I feel like you could be disappointed about life right now when God is really taking care of things, and maybe you can't see. So you could feel disappointed. You could feel like, you know, isolated from the world right now. Maybe you feel like, you know, everyone's against you. I don't know what it is. I feel like this is an attack on your mental, your mind. There could be someone, you could be needing to put your phone down too. I had to, right? You got to put your phone down or something like that. You know, there could be someone that really needs to practice some kind of mindfulness here. The mind can't find peace in the midst of chaos. Something like that.
Okay, so this is a dream state message, right? What I'm getting right here, this is purely for somebody who going through it in your dreams, right? On whatever level. And if this is not resonating, don't bend it around yourself. Like,
what's up, Isis?
4 swords to the 5 of wands, Page of swords. 4 swords to the 5 of wands. Somebody can be astral traveling towards you. It seems like a lot of confusion in the sleep state. Like, your dreams can be chaotic at this point, right? And I can feel like somebody really being affected by their dream, like waking up even to the point where you're like, what does this mean, right? And then you got the Page of swords, so it's like probably a message. I also see that. You could be receiving a lot of messages in your sleep. You could be knowing how to do certain things just through your sleep. Like, you can really be getting a lot through your sleep, but it also can be a lot of confusion in your sleep. The 4 swords is, man, justified by freedom, right? So also, I'm saying somebody else with the ability to rest. Like, maybe you astral travel, right? 4 swords to the freedom. that sounds like a person who can really move around in a sleep state a lot. So maybe you are some type of astral traveler. Maybe you don't know it. A lot of times, attributes of an astral traveler, and you may not know it. I can tell you one attribute, right, that I know personally. If you're a person that go to sleep with somebody on your mind, like if you're a person that your intuition extends to the place where you know how you might think of a person and you think of them and you think of them and you're the type of person that you go into your sleep state thinking about them. You could be astral traveling without even knowing it. It could be a natural ability. A lot of people have it, right? Um, the Five of Wands is being clarified by leadership. So I feel like it's a spiritual authority affecting somebody in their sleep with the Five of Wands. You could be, like I said, you could be attacking people or people could be attacking you. That's what I'm saying. Four swords to the Five of Wands, leadership. And then this Page of Swords is being clarified by protection. So I'm feeling like this is also a message that to somebody that you have a certain amount of protection surrounding your sleep state as well. That could be the message. Like I'm saying two people. I'm saying a good person and I'm saying a bad person. So I guess you gotta decide who are you, because somebody is moving around in the sleep state a lot, knowingly or unknowingly.
I got the Fool card here. Number 0, relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my highest good. There's someone and you are free here, okay? I feel like, you have just walked into your freedom, something like that. You've walked into your freedom because you are no longer afraid to step out on faith. You are no longer afraid to be who you are destined to be, something like that. I know this to be true because you got the Ten of Wands here, but it's coming out in the reverse. I feel like at one time there was a lot of burdens on you. You could have walked away from things that were holding you back here, okay? Things that were keeping you from being your best, things that kept you from moving, something like that, to the Strength card. Now, I don't know if you're Aquarius or if you could be a Leo here, because we do got the Fool in the Strength card. But what I do know is, there's someone and you're very courageous, I feel like you're in the energy of, look, I am attracted to those people who serve my highest good. And if you don't serve my highest good, then I can no longer be attracted to you, right? Something like that. There's someone and you could be putting up spiritual boundaries, right, in your life. Because I feel like, there's someone and you have not had boundaries for a very long time. And, it got to the point like, why am I allowing people to just do this to me? And at some point, you had to set boundaries. And this is what I'm seeing here, is showing up for you. This is a person who had to be very courageous because maybe one time you didn't feel like you had the strength to tell people no. Sometimes it's hard to tell people no when you're loving, when you're compassionate, and when you're kind. Like, you really do want to help people, but we can't help everybody. Like, that's just, Proverbs tells us that the fool is going to be the fool. Something about that, okay? And we got the Ten of Wands in the reverse, so I feel like someone understood the assignment. The assignment was not for you to carry all of the weight and burdens on you yourself. So I feel like there's someone and you allow, your faith to kick in, divine timing. God, look, I can't someone knows that like this situation was above you, it was something that you couldn't handle. We fight against principalities and wickedness in high places, right? So it's a spiritual fight constantly. We go into spiritual fights wanting to fight with physical hands, and that you'll never win like that, right? So someone had to learn that, let me turn my prayers up because it's spiritual, right? You could have been fighting a lot of things in the 3D and learning that, look, I'm fighting people, but it's really spiritual. Something like that.
You got a Knight of Wands out here putting the Empress in reverse and a Star in reverse. I feel like this is a spiritual Knight of Wands. This could be like if you're a person that move around in life and you feel like you just have protection against certain things, this could be you. I see an Empress in reverse and a Star in reverse. Now, these kind of people, they more occultic or maybe more they privy to occult knowledge. Like, that's things that's unknown. Empress in reverse and a star in reverse, they major arcana, so they people who tied up in spirit the wrong way. With this Knight of Wands to the transformation, I feel like this could be a spirit guide, or this could either you being assertive. This can even be you being assertive against people who are powerful, way more even powerful than you are, right? I feel like somebody in this Knight of Wands energy, you could be moving fast in such a way where people could even be wondering, like, what are you doing? What exactly are you doing? Like, because I'm seeing a person who quite possibly you've been attacked spiritually, right? And you're not necessarily equipped to defend yourself against these kind of attacks, but yet defense is there. Knight of Wands, Empress in so it's like, I feel like somebody, you have, even with this, the Empress in reverse is being justified by balance, and the Star in reverse is being justified by opportunities. So it's telling me that somebody is fighting something and it's creating balance. Could be a spirit guide. You could be working with a powerful spirit, this Knight of Wands. Whatever's going on, this lower energy right here is pushing against even bigger energies, and it's creating balance and opportunities, right? I'm gonna read the footnote to balance, and I'm gonna leave it. You're being told that hard work is important, but it is also quality time with your loved ones. The balance between work, play, family, and career must be maintained overall for wholeness and success. Definitely an attack on somebody's home life. Right?
That's you heard that, Melanie? I don't know. I'm about to pull you a card. Spirit told me pull you a card for some reason. I don't normally do that. But he just said, you said your home life. He just gave you an answer for that. And Spirit says give you one card, Melanie.
What she said?
Because you already know. You already know the answer. So it said, look, divine masculine, yin, masculine energy. Are you in your masculine energy? You know? Sometimes when you're in your masculine energy, Melanie, masculine energy is not an energy where you can receive. So maybe God is saying you need to find your feminine energy where you can rest and receive. Something like that. Okay? Okay? And relationships is still sitting here. I am attracted to those people who serve my highest good. Are you attracted to people who serve your highest good?
You know, sometimes I'm trying to figure out, should I say this or not? So I'm not.
Okay.
Then the Two of Cups fall out.
Right.
That's crazy, man.
Look, hit us up for a personal, all right? Hit us up for a personal. All of our info is on our page. We got you.
This is strong though, right here.
Ooh. Someone's nervous about their long-term future.
I got the Two of Cups to the Three of Swords in reverse to the Devil in reverse. Somebody, this is a whole divine union right here, right? Two of Cups to the Three of Swords in reverse to the Devil in reverse is a divine union, because this is a cocky Two of Cups. Like, Three of Swords in reverse is like, you know how when people see a person in a relationship, everybody get the yapping and twerping, right? And then out of that emerge rumors. Out of that emerge. So what happens is great big old energies come toward the relationship. So you oftentimes find yourself in different energetic fields because you're under attack, right? I don't know if people understand how much of a spiritual world that we live in, but when people sit in places and they begin to conversate and mix your name up and stuff, you feel that, especially if you are a sensitive spiritual person. You will wake up and feel energies. You will just, but The Two of Cups is your safe haven. Let me explain something to somebody. When God gives you a relationship with a person, or this Two of Cups it could be platonic, it could be whatever, right? Inside of those type of unions is a shelter. It is the things that's going to help you be strong and grow and be formidable against it. So somebody understand that. Look at this. This is a cocky energy. A Two of Cups to the devil in reverse, right? That's somebody who is even able to offset your addictions, right? Like, you know how you meet some people and they got so much good in them that, you know, you have little things that you might have used to do or wanted to do, but now you don't do them no more. Like maybe, and it doesn't have to be, so to speak, addictive substances. It could be behaviors. Like somebody can be helping you balance out your spending habits, like giving you advice, like, nah, babe, don't blow it on that. You know, you might that in the end it ain't gonna. But what I do see is I see a Two of Cups that's providing a lot of balance. Anytime I see Two of Cups to the devil in reverse, I know that somebody's relationship is formidable. And a lot of the reasons why is because on both sides of these kind of relationships, you got like us. Look, you got my mother and you got her grandmother, right? But this is I just said that because we effectively have a Two of Cups that does this right here. So it's two powerful sides. And last but not least, when you're in the Two of Cups, thank you, Spirit, problems are meant to be resolved inside of the Two of Cups, not outside. When you go outside of your Two of Cups, it brings in confusion and chaos. It's not about isolating nobody. It's not about one person isolating another person. That's not what Two of Cups is all about. It's not a controlling energy. It's an equal energy. Equality. When two people find equality, that's Two of Cups.
Somebody could be nervous about, just your long-term future. I don't know if you understand this, but we got loneliness here, and it says, I know that I am never alone, okay? I know it can feel lonely as, when you're getting yourself together, like when you are living in your purpose, it feels lonely a lot of times because, let's be honest, we have to separate from things that do not serve our highest purpose. And so it can get lonely sometimes, but you need to know the difference that you are not alone, right? Feeling lonely and being alone are two different things. Someone needs to realize this, okay? Now, I don't know if you're nervous about some kind of investment that you're making here. You could be making some kind of blind investment. Someone could be investing some kind of money into something they really don't know anything about. Okay, something like that.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
It could be a person.
Yeah.
You could be nervous about.
Yeah. There could be someone needing to take the blindfold off to see what you're investing in. Okay. Imagine investing into something for I remember this lady was saying she was like, I am so unhappy in my relationship, but I don't want to leave because, the kids, right? So imagine the kids, being 5 years old and you have to wait until they're 18 for you to be happy, right? Well, I don't know. Someone's nervous about their long-term investment. Someone knows that something you could be doing right now could not be good for your long term. You could be, I'm hearing turning a blind eye here. Yeah. You know how sometimes we know we're investing into something that is no good for us, but we keep doing it? Whatever this is, I'm hearing no return. It has no return on it. No capital, no gain. Something like that. Okay? Maybe you could be doing something because you feel lonely in a situation, or you feel like if you don't do something, you'll end up lonely, but you're never alone. Someone needs to know that here. Okay? Something like that. And we got envy. I am the same as everyone, but with different challenges. Okay. There could be even a energy around this kind of envious of your investments or something like that. Whatever you're investing in, I would say make sure you pay attention to it.
This gonna be tough, but you know, this is what we do. Tough sayings.
Okay.
Tough sayings, right? This is a tough saying. God in the universe doesn't really necessarily care if we are happy or not. Because if the universal God was predicated upon our happiness, we couldn't be judged properly. It wouldn't be fair judgment, right? The universe and God is about alignment. It's just about alignment, right? Like when we unhappy, it's not like because like sometimes you just gotta hunker down and go find happiness, right? Because sometimes the situations that God give us in life don't make us happy, but they still may be protecting you. Now, I'm not saying if like it's unbearable, you know, I mean, of course, like, but what I'm saying is sometimes happiness is a fleeting emotion, right? Is I know like for instance, I'll just use us as a personal example. This is not something that we always want to do, right? But it's something that we do because if even when this doesn't make us happy or the work don't make us happy, we still gotta do it. You still gotta perform. Even and it's a hard saying, but it's true. Because a lot of times we look for God to justify our motive because we not happy. You know, that he wouldn't be a God of justice. Like your motive can't be justified. Like you can't do anything to people in the world and then say, "Oh, it's because I wasn't happy." Yo, that's not how the world works. That's not reality. Like, you know, even though sometimes we unhappy, we still don't have the right to aim at stealing other people's happiness. Like you gotta hunker down and go find a way to make yourself be happy. Peace. Find that. Peace makes me happy. You got the Emperor to the 4 Pentacles to the Death card in reverse. So this is a stubborn fellow. This is a masculine. It could be an Aries, right? The Emperor is an Aries card. This Emperor is a person that is holding back. It could be holding back from, it's definitely holding back information, right? This person is holding back information. The Death card in reverse is a person that's not going to change, right? It's a person that's not, you know, this is a person that's probably going to be rigid, stuck in their way. It holds them back. They hold people back. This Emperor and the Death card in reverse, like I said, is, I don't see an ending to this cycle with this Emperor. Somebody you could be needing information from and they could have it and they could purposely be holding it back, this Emperor.
Someone wants to know who you're sharing with. I don't know if you're keeping your love life secret right now. I don't know if you're just very low key, quiet, whatever it is that's going on. But with the Page of Swords here, someone's trying to get some information, some they want to see what's going on with you. People could be whispering in the background about what's happening around you because someone's sharing with you. I don't know if now you're in a situation where it's equal give and take with the Six of Pentacles here. I don't know if you've gotten some kind of grant, some kind of loan, some kind of resources from a person, a place, or something like that. Someone could be investing into someone's company, business, your future or something like that. But we got love here. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So I don't know if like there's some kind of I don't know. I just see someone laughing. Like, I don't know if there's a rumor going around about you and you're laughing at it or something like that. You know, there could be people really interested in who you're sharing your time with, your space, your energy. You know, I just feel like there's a lot of energy of wanting to know what you're doing, being interested in you. You're showing up very interesting, okay? Something like that. There's a curious energy here that wants to know who you're sharing things with. You know, there's an energy here that wants to share information with you, okay? Possibly even finances. I don't know if you are investing into something, but it's equal.
Bitcoins out, y'all. It's two people just
Equal exchange.
they equal with the coins, right?
Fair exchange, no
No
robbery.
robbery. So this is a message to this could be to my off-grid community, flat out, right? Or a person that has experienced some type of homelessness and gotten over it, right? Because we're gonna get into it. It says the moon to the Five of Pentacles to the Two of Wands. I love it, right? The moon has been justified by new beginnings. The moon is that place where you go into the unknown. Like I said, it could have been somebody saying, look, Spirit is calling, I'm pressed down, and I can't move ahead. So I'm going off grid and connect with Spirit. That's one scenario. Another scenario was a person that was probably trapped in a situation where you were afraid to let go of it. And it came to a place where you actually had to let go, or you will. That's the moon energy. The moon is going into the unknown, right? But there lies somebody, new beginning. Scorpio could be significant. And see, the moon went to the Five of Pentacles, which was, that's reflection. And that's what we do, right? Five of Pentacles to the reflection is a powerful energy, right? I remember being in the Five of Pentacles to the reflection, right? When me and my wife, we went through a spell of homelessness, right? And we were living in the car. I would oftentimes find myself down by the lake, sitting down, just thinking. Like, I had a strong connection of spirit in my ancestors. I would sit out in nature and I would reflect, and I would be able to go back and see, like, and it was growth in that. So I feel like if you're in the Five of Pentacles and it's being clarified by reflection, and see, then you cap this off with the Two of Wands to the confidence, right? That's a positive new start. It's a positive new start. I love the Two of Wands off the Five of Pentacles. That's somebody coming out of it, right? You coming out of it with a new perspective, a new beginning, a new energy. Y'all, everything that we begin requires a powerful Two of Wands energy if we're gonna finish it. At the beginning. Real talk, like Two of Wands is that's the equal start. That's like standing in between two places where you steady at and then venturing off, right? With confidence. A raven could be significant. Raven birds could be significant. Baltimore could be significant. Baltimore Ravens.
We got doubt. I released the need to know all the answers. Like, that's major. Like, when you can really release the need to know all of the answers, it allows you to be cool, calm, and collective, right? A lot of our anxiety comes, a lot of our depression, anxiety comes because we want to know all the answers. And when we can't figure them out, our mind is now like all over the place, right? So doubt. Stop doubting the things that you already know. Stop doubting what God has already revealed to you. Stop doubting that your life can be what you want it to be. There's someone that needs to release the need to know all of the answers. It's okay to say, I don't know sometimes. Because, I know we get into our spiritual strength and we want to say we know everything. Someone needs to know it's okay not to know everything. Because if you feel like you know everything, I got a problem with that. I got a question. Right? Something like that. I release the need to know all the answers. I don't know all the answers. I don't have it all figured out. But it's all good, It's okay to know that, none of us have it all figured out. But it's all good. It's okay. It's all right.
It's okay. I heard a guy say, Chosen, you're winging it out here. You're winging it. I was looking down the timeline. And some it's okay. Like, it's okay. Nobody knows who's walking with who.
Okay. And the last one I got is growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness, right? Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness, but doubt. I release the need to know all of the answers. You don't have to know all of the answers to expand your consciousness and awareness. Okay?
Truth. Five of Swords to the Four of Cups in reverse to the King of Swords, right? So I feel like you're definitely not naive about anything that's going on. Like, I feel like it's a lot of, I'm just be honest, it's a lot of words being spoken about you. If you a person and you walking in the energy of the collective, then you under the same scrutiny that we all under, right? Real talk. This collective energy right here is gonna get you put under scrutiny. Like, people gonna accuse you of being everything under the sun but a child of God, right? And you can know that that's going on in your energy. You should know it. We all should be aware of it. It should be expected. 4 cups in reverse. And then the King of Swords is capping this off. And I feel like this King of Swords is affirmative action, right? This is a person that has the ability to know what's going on. It's almost like a spiritual investigator. Like, it's like you could be one of them person that has a spirit that just knows. Like, and that could be why a lot of the talk is going on in your energy. Some of the things you're saying, a lot of the things that you know, they could be revealing. And when you get like that, when you start walking in that energy, boy, oh boy, like people get to talking simply because your work begins to affect their life. Like, I was telling my wife, I know a lot of, this was some time ago, and we were doing certain messages, and I was like, man, I know people probably be mad at me because I used to be linked to a lot of people who were manipulative, right? In the environment where I was from. And a lot of them people had status and they were manipulative with their status. And when I started doing the spiritual work, a lot of their spouses began to get enlightened. So a lot of people was mad at me, like, I wish yo shut up for real. Like, all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Men and women, like, all of a sudden they spiritual, talking about their ancestors. All of a sudden, people making child, wish she just be quiet, right? So you could be dealing with the same energy. 5 of Swords, right? 4 cups in reverse. Know about it. King of Swords, just, I mean, it's to be expected. Comes along with the territory. Either you gonna break or you gonna shake. That's it. Like, you either gotta shake shit off of you or let it break you. And that's all gossip and confusion and talk is designed to do. It's designed to make you break. So you need to shake and keep moving. What you got over there?
Empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. Empathy. So be open to seeing all sides of situations. A lot of times, we are selfish. Let's be honest. We are. We can't help it. It's our human nature, right? But be willing to see the other side of the situation. Something like that.
All right, my last 2 cards, right? Then we gonna play y'all out. I got the Ace of Wands to the 8 of Swords in reverse. So this like make your next move your best move kind of energy. Ace of Wands to the 8 of Swords in reverse is a person that's able to be strong, make power moves, and not one feeding into anxiety and nervousness. That's 8 of Swords energy. Self-imprisonment. I feel scared of telling somebody to break out. Like, maybe break out of your comfort zone, right? Maybe stop allowing everything that's said to affect you. Maybe stop responding and being defensive about things. Like, also, Ace of Wands, like, because even though it feel like it's a lot of people sometimes coming against you, the truth of the matter is everybody is not against you. Mm-hmm. So you gotta leave room for people that God meant to be in your life, right? And when they come in your life, don't think that you supposed to be able to read them up and down either. Because they God people too. They got their own weirdness. They got their own peculiar nature. You gotta learn how to discern people from the spirit out. Cause somebody could come. What if somebody come to you and you don't like how they smell? But God sent them to you. And here you go. I don't like how they smell. How can somebody smell like that and God be with them? That's the type of attitude that some of us have. And that's the type of attitude that keep us coming up short. Or you meet a person and their mind is inclined differently than yours. They have a different mental inclination, so you deem them crazy. Oh, I can't get with them, they crazy, right? No, you crazy. Because if we continue to look at one another like that all the time, right? All we're gonna do is build a whole collective full of confused people who don't really know how to deal with the issues that's within. Open up. Don't be closed down. Like the people that hurt you, all right, they did it. Not everybody. The man that crossed you, he did it. Not every man. The woman that cheated on you, bro, not every woman did it. The one that let you down, everybody not like them. And that's just as simple, right? That's simple as it gets. Cause sometimes y'all we get enlightened and we get to saying, I'm powerful. So when somebody come our way, we get to looking at them. We not even, sometimes we be listening to respond. Because we already done predetermined what we gonna say off of what we see. We see somebody, God put power on them, they come, but like I said, they funky. They got a body odor. And they come and they might say, God told me to come talk to you. And you gonna be like, yes, God ain't tell you come talk to me, not smelling like that, right? And that's how we be missing a blessing, that kind of energy. I'm telling you, y'all, it's time for us to look from a height above, like look beyond your awareness. Lean not towards your own understanding. How about that one?
And that was your message. Accept or reject it. But keep your spirit protected. And that was the message. We love you guys so much. We hope you guys enjoyed the message. We ask that if you did, you subscribe to the page so that you can get more messages like this one. If you would like to book a personal session with us, all of our personal sessions are free. We do ask for a spiritual donation for our time. Our schedule is open, so if you want to get with us, you know how to reach us, right? Thank you guys for your time, your love, and your energy. Hey! And don't forget, we elemental beings trying to save the people from the pain and misery. And this life is not that hard. We be pulling all these cards while we healing all these scars. Everything real in the spirit. I'm trying to tell you how it is. I'm kind of hoping you hear it. It's like some of us have angels, some of us have demons. Hey. And it's all about the energy. Hey. They call us elemental beings. It's kind of crazy. They all love your energy. Been on a fence. Is this a friend or an enemy? It's clear apparently. They love your energy. I get it. It's all about your energy. Is this a friend or an enemy? It's clear apparently. Hey. It's all about the energy. It's clear apparently. It's all about the energy. Then you hit them like this. Like, it's your energy. Energy. Everybody loves your energy. It's your energy. Energy. They all love your energy. It's your energy. Energy. That's why you got those enemies. It's your energy. Energy. That's why you got those enemies. It's your energy. Yeah. I said it's all about your energy. Hey. Is it a friend or an enemy? Hey. It's clear apparently. We love y'all.